talk. We all
Before you even continue, I have a question. How do you even get to a point where you agree that you are dating when you haven't discussed?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You haven't discussed whether are you going to.
Most people assume.
Yeah, but
it's like it's the norm of the relationship.
So
now, assume
I
if
don't
this
see
person wants to go with
myself.
me.
I don't see myself saying to a person, agreeing to a person that we're going to date. And yet we don't discuss.
And we don't talk about things. No.
Oh, hell no.
But I'm
hell
saying,
no. What kind
for
of a
most
relationship
relationships, you find that those kind of things are not discussed. If I say I'm dating
for
you,
argument's sake, let's say
if I say I'm dating you, you then assume that, or if you also agree, I assume that there's no one else.
You are my person.
Exactly. So if I say with somebody else, I'll be angry.
Okay,
but
what
is
can't
she
both
doing?
be assumers. I'm sure someone will.
Will have exactly.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Someone will initiate.
Oh, maybe for example, somebody else. Let's put it this way: you have talked. No, there's no one.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no one else.
Yeah.
It's just me and you were dating, right?
Okay,
but then we didn't get to talk about the fact that if I meet somebody and that I like, I'll get it. You then assume if we're dating, he can't get in there. But we never talked about it.
That's why it's important to speak about these things.
That's why
because then that moment when it happens, when you find out I'm with somebody, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that I can do that.
Mina, guys, I was very strategic about my situation. I creeped in a question because I understand the kind of person that I am. So I had to ask, what's your take?
2 minutes over.
What's your take on monogamy and polygamy and polyamory and everything? That was even before we even thought of whatever. But I brought it
that's
up
why you must
because
be
I
friends.
needed to
We must talk
understand.
first. Yeah.
This person right now is a good friend to me. Should we decide that we move forward and we do other things, I need to have an understanding as to, okay, this is how he feels about monogamy. Chances are he might find himself another little something on the side, you know? But I had to understand. My approach
should we go
is
before you come? Should we go another 30 minutes?
I think we should.
We should.
Yeah.
But
I
while you talk,
need
I
to
want to
understand
speak in
the steps.
another question while we're still about this whole thing of boys, girls going out. To say, I understand the thing or it's just one night out. I understand it's a weekend away. What is the longest? If guys come to you guys and say, me and my friends have organized a 2 weeks trip to...
No, like I'm just. We are not regulated.
We're going to Cape Town for 2 weeks.
Listen, we are not regulated.
What is there a limit? I'm still on the limit. Is there a limit?
If I had said that word,
first of all, is there limits that the limits in terms of what gets done there? The limits in terms of the length of time when I'm out there.
Again, we are here saying, Uncle.
Yeah.
Are you cool with a month? Really? 2 weeks. Are you cool with a month now? Let's hear if you're still cool. Yeah, but personally,
I want to take a sabbatical.
Personally, I'm cool.
Well, my friends and I are taking a sabbatical for a month going to Thailand. Hey, Luna, do you know what is a month?
No, but guys, I am so cool with it because it depends.
And also when
we can
you
afford
be cool
it,
with
then
no, besides the affordability, when do you get to be cool with it in terms of where in your relationship are you that you can be able to say I'm cool with it? Like let's say you met, it's a month-old relationship.
Yeah.
This guy is going to Cape Town for another month now with his boys.
Then you are my boyfriend in a month.
Yeah.
Then I must be like that means I am done with you. I know everything that God has done.
It was probably played before.
No, that means he's my guy. No, not the done as if I'm dumping you. No. If I say you are my boyfriend, trust me, I did a whole lot of things to satisfy my soul to actually utter those words. Yeah. You don't just become my boyfriend. You don't. There are things that I must make sure that so that you are my boyfriend. Then you can go for a month. Then it's one of those things is the fact that I trust you. I know that you ain't gonna do the things that I think that you're not supposed to do when you have the boyfriend, the girl, when you are in a relationship.
Yeah.
But when we are just in a whatever.
We are seeing.
Still, I don't care what you do. I would know one thing I know for sure is that I would never say you are my boyfriend if I'm not satisfied, if I haven't done my own thing.
And so now,
for me, I get to a point where I call you my boyfriend based on how we are relating. in a relationship. That whole process of
Yeah.
relating on a
Yeah.
daily
That's why, 'cause there are things you
sometimes
check
not
out
even on a
first.
daily basis.
Yeah.
But how we relate and how we go about things and how we discuss things around everything, then I can come to a point of being like, okay,
Yeah.
you're my boyfriend.
Now, this is my boyfriend.
This is my boyfriend.
Because that means we
it
get
goes
along
down
with
to the
everything.
So
Mentally,
when you are in
everything,
that phase
you know?
where you say this is my boyfriend, do you
Yeah.
then say
Honey,
no, it's fine, you can go?
Yeah, then he
forward?
can go
Okay,
because
but
I'm
you
So
just
there's no limits.
No, there's no limit.
you can go that.
You are my kind of person, Dakalo. That means you know me, I know you, I understand how you know things like that. Don't just be with a person for
For the sake
for
of,
the sake of.
yeah.
No,
Let
know
me
what you
throw
want
another one.
in life. Know what you want as
Okay.
Can I
a
add?
Yeah.
Can I add? I have no problem none whatsoever with you going out there. I just need you to ask one question, and
Okay.
I need you to give me a straight answer.
And be
You are
honest.
gone for a month.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with myself when I need things to be done?
Get some toys, don't you?
No, I don't want toys. I want the real thing.
But remember, maybe I say this
I
is
know.
or maybe it's not just boys out.
No,
Maybe
but
it's a
but then
work
but
thing.
then that's not the point.
No, but
Etta,
that's
because
not.
of you
I
can
mean,
go 3 months without,
Of course,
right?
of course.
Ooh.
No, we can. I can. I go
A
3
whole
months
year.
without.
for
A
you.
whole
Yeah.
year, bro.
I have toys. I mean,
Good for you.
I resort to my toys if I see that I'm a little bit
course.
under the weather. I resort to my toys, but I can go because of that.
Those toys are a lifesaver.
When you are single, you don't have an everyday person, and you don't just
So
throw
it's a bit
yourself
like
at
the
everybody.
dolls and the cars that.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day,
Okay.
honey. Toys are things.
And
so,
they are a lifesaver.
so yeah, that's not the matter. I don't really have an issue with
Yeah, no.
anything. As long as me and you know each other, understand each
I
other.
want
then-
to bring
I was
another
just bringing
point.
it out like on a lighter note. I'm like,
But
where are you going to in Mr. Ben? But then that doesn't mean that you can't go. I mean,
Okay,
go
this
and
another
you
one.
come back, you'll find the coochie on fire. It's fine.
Okay, there's another one that I think a lot of girls, I think they've sort of a complaint about. Probably even in my situation as well. You know me, I talk because
Talking is life, my guy.
I talk because I release like
Talking
stress and
is
other
life.
things. But you find with this guy, your boyfriend, your husband, every Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, he says there's work that he needs to take care of on the weekend.
Okay.
And then he goes away for the weekend. Do you trust
Every week.
that? No, not every weekend,
Oh.
but most weekends. And to the level where he then says, maybe the work happens, say from Wednesday or from Tuesday, because he knows this week, if he comes to you on a Friday and says, I'm going out for the weekend, I'm going to work, you most likely not going to believe it.
Yeah,
Let me
right.
say Thursday or Wednesday or Tuesday or the whole week I'm not around. Do you then believe it? Do you then, with the whole thing of
Sounds
trust,
shady though.
with the whole thing of trust,
No, wait.
do you
yeah.
then say, I trust? And of course, the nature of the job, he works during the week,
Yeah,
weekdays,
that's
but
what-
there are times when the work requires this person to be
for weekends,
wherever,
yeah.
even on the weekend. Do you then get to sort of like, look, I trust that he's at work?
But why should you put things in your head
Yeah.
that are not there? That's the problem with human being. If he says I'm going to work and you know that his work sometimes requires him to be there on weekends, why do you have to think otherwise? Because of you are stressing yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's
That is
toxic to
100%.
oneself. It's
To
not,
oneself.
yeah, it's toxic. So it's the same thing. If you say you're going out Friday or weekend out, I don't have to put anything toxic in my head. I just have to say, okay, cool. Because of if you went out and have done something wrong, it will come to me. If I don't find out again, I'm still safe. I don't know about it.
It comes
So what
back
you
to
don't know
that
don't
security.
What you don't know won't kill you. So why go around and search his phone and call the whole world, ask where is he, call colleagues and no, don't
But,
do
But
that.
okay,
it goes
let me-
back to that thing we spoke about earlier, the security, being secured in
Yeah.
oneself. And
Yeah, like who are you?
And
You must
secured
first
in the
understand yourself as a
relationship as
person.
well. You know, it needs to start with you and also
Yeah. And again, when I say this is my boyfriend, obviously that means I'm not gonna
You
choose
know.
somebody like that, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I'll choose somebody who will cheat on me. Of which I don't know why I said that word cheat on me, but yeah, I'll choose somebody who will cheat kadi plan, or nadi di plan, who's smart about it. I don't know what is cheating. I always ask. My first question is, what is cheating? Can we discuss cheating? If I'm sleeping with somebody else, who am I cheating? Am I cheating you or am I cheating who?
Somebody else. Or
You know,
yourself.
because I came alone in this world.
Hallelujah.
We are not married.
Oh, our friend
Who
Lulu.
am I cheating?
Our friend Lulu.
Is
Yeah, I think that.
No, but are you in agreement in terms of will you be worried about those kind of things?
Nah, man.
No, like she said,
It's
there's
like-
no need to put
There's
things
no need
that
In
to
your own
feed
head.
your mind, yes.
Because sometimes those kind of things that you put in your head are the ones that get you to be worked up.
Exactly.
To
Then
the
he
level
comes
where you
back
can't-
on Sunday tired from work and you busy for
Angry.
The thing that you mentioned was
It's like,
he
why?
comes back Sunday tired and you start thinking, oh, he was
Yeah,
busy with
he was
other
busy.
people.
Only finally
They
he was
put
in
him
a
on
boardroom
mail
for-
fast, he put it out there.
you know.
Honestly, only to find
Like he
But
found
if you know
somebody
your
who was-
guy, you know your guy. I mean, if I know my guy, I will test on my guy.
No, well, like
on
when
the
he found
Sunday.
somebody who tried so hard on him that he was like on the floor.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll test on him. Like, what you got, my guy? On the Sunday.
And I guess we can go back and forth about the trust issue coming up in these outings and night outs and whatever the case may be, and security as well as responsibility. But at the end of the day, it just boils down to you as an individual. First of all, what kind of life you want to live for yourself?
Yep.
Secondly, what kind of life are you choosing to live with the person that you're choosing
The
to be
type,
going to
what
be your
kind of
partner?
a partner
You
you
know?
choose?
What
Yeah.
kind of a partner are you choosing as
Yeah.
well? We can discuss this thing because now when we talk about going out, there's gonna be so much that comes into play. We talk about umjolo nje on its own. We also have to bring an element of jealousy, an element of self-growth, and it's just a lot of things which I think at the end of the day it boils down to you as an individual.
Yeah.
With
Thank
you.
you.
What are you?
Yeah.
What are you about?
Who are you?
Who are you? And which life are you choosing for yourself? And which kind of situation are you choosing to put yourself into?
Because that's why people move from one place to another. They just settle for whatever. They like. You don't settle in life.
No.
Teach yourself not to settle. Because if you say once you say
It is what it is.
you know, no, that's where
You
you
always
getting it
say,
wrong. You forever for the rest of- and then you never get to enjoy life. You never get to know yourself and understand yourself because of you are settling. I mean, you working with this guy. Whatever this guy says goes.
Another thing
So
that
who
I
are
would
you?
like
Meet
us,
him at his level.
another
you
thing
get
that
the
I would
point.
like us as
Don't.
women to, there's a point where I would like us to get to. Yeah, I wonder if we can learn to be as selfish as how men are.
Yes.
We would live a happy life.
I think they are going down.
Those
Ooh.
men,
What are you saying? Men are selfish.
men are about themselves.
Yeah.
Honestly, men are about themselves. If we can just try to mimic that, trust me, we will never cry a day in this lifetime. If women could put the same energy, the same energy that men put when it comes to being selfish and being about themselves, if we could do that to ourselves as women, trust me, we wouldn't
Men
cry
just
like
love themselves.
Dude.
They wouldn't settle for half of the things
Dude.
that most women settle for.
That's
Yeah,
what
we're
I'm
not
saying.
settling
Men
for
are
less.
about themselves. Men are about
We are not
themselves.
settling for less than what we deserve.
Yeah.
If we could do that to ourselves, we
Really?
will never cry.
You don't
a day
even
in
know
our
what
lives.
you deserve, guys.
We do.
I don't
To
think
the best
I don't
side.
think men really takes time to deeply think about issues. I think
That
it's just like
doesn't
a
matter when you can love
That's
yourself
the
more
thing.
than more than
Yeah,
you love
thank you.
yourself.
Exactly.
That's
That's the
better.
thing.
Like
the
you
fact
just-
that they don't have to think twice about choosing themselves first.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So what are you saying? You ladies get to the level where you
We settle.
compromise
Yes.
Yeah.
yourselves and settle
That's where we
and,
go
and
wrong.
support, sort of like back
Yeah.
up the guys.
The guys
getting-
Support.
because of that
Adhere
our
to, you
parents
know.
have been doing it.
Is it
and
about
our-
the parents? It's probably. Is it something that comes natural or something that you
No,
find
no,
yourself?
it's I think when from generation to generation, when
Yeah.
something has been happening, it keeps going. But I think it's a lot of things stopped at our generation. We are the ones who started asking questions, doing all that. They're
I
gonna do
ain't never that
the
fucking
most.
shit.
Now,
We've broken
these
those
wives are
cycles.
gonna do the most now.
In not
We
so
started
many words.
questioning.
In not so many words. My
Yeah.
2000s are fucking shit out.
Yeah.
All of it.
So you get the point. Then before we were slow, but it it stopped with us. We're okay,
Yeah.
you know what?
But what then do you do? Ne? If you find that this guy that you've allowed to go out, night out, weekend away, get away, month, week, year, whatever it is.
You
Yeah.
might as well go.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't cut it out.
What do you then?
That's
And you
a
then find
Don't
out.
come
You then find out somehow that he's been. Somebody comes and tells you, this guy did 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you find out.
Oh yeah, or you find out
Then
however,
what do you then do? But remember, you allowed him to go, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets to, and then he comes and says, this person did 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm very sorry. I didn't want to really do that. I found myself in a compromised position. Remember, you allowed him to go. You wanted to go. You allowed him to go, right? But then it exposed him to that
My
situation.
guy, mine
And
is
then-
just a word. Mine is just a word. The brain is with you.
For
Don't
sure.
ever say that.
And no, for sure. But I'm saying he comes with that to say
You will
because
never come with
no,
that to
but
me.
no, you will,
Yeah.
you will. To say that because you will definitely trust
Sure,
me.
yeah, you
Remember,
will.
he thinks like a
The
baby.
gender.
Yeah, remember who
Yeah.
you're
Ah,
talking
yeah.
to. So he comes and says, I went there because I wanted to go there. You also agreed to it, which is fine. But then that situation exposed me to that woman was tricking. That woman was
Who are
who
you?
was that no listen that woman who was coming hard at me, and my friends were laughing at
Yeah.
me for
But
not.
South Africans.
My friends were laughing at me to say, hey, were pushing me to say, no man, why are you being stupid as a guy, blah blah. You have to, the stigma, ne? Like, oh Baba once said, you don't leave a woman in certain
I'll
situations.
stop
But-
you before you can
No,
even
before
finish.
that, I want to
Mufela
finish
Fete,
this.
Linda,
I want to
I
finish
so
this.
want to attack him right now.
Please attack me. And this is the thing that's been happening.
Yeah.
Chris Rock once said this, that, you guys, when you were like 13, boys have been coming at you and you have been shaking your head, like you've been refusing, right?
Yes.
You have learned how to say no.
Yeah.
Me now, nobody has ever chased me. And here I am, I'm 30. This girl, she's chasing me.
They're gonna come with that excuse.
No, I'm just giving an example. This girl, she's chasing me. Now I don't know how to say no. And then I've tried to run that night. I run.
Oh my God.
Chris Rock says my brother, you can never run faster than pussy.
Wow. So it runs.
It
You
will
own
catch
it,
you.
but you don't
So
know it
basically
runs.
what he's saying is that as much as you want to, you know you've got a partner. As much as you want to stay away
What
from
you
the
resist
situation
persists.
and remove yourself from it, exactly that.
What
So
you resist
what you want to stay away from that situation, but this person, even her friends are pushing her, no, go do this, go do that, go do that.
When are
And
you a
then
nice girl?
finally, late, you give in. Because you were in that situation.
But Kenny,
But if you were not in that situation, that wouldn't have happened.
So my question would be, first of all, whose responsibility it is to say no?
thank you. Who are you? That's why I asked.
It is my responsibility.
Okay,
as a guy.
sharp, no problem.
Yeah.
Get that out
And
of
you
the
are
way.
a weak
Sharp.
man.
Second to that, what are you? 3 years old?
No,
I mean,
I'm
I'm
an old grown-up man who has just never
Who's
been
slow?
exposed at 15 years old to be running away. He has never been chased.
Nah, bruh.
For the
Like,
first
out,
time.
Out. Yeah, what are the
Who's
ways you would
slower
unwind
than
And what
it?
will you do? What I'm trying to say is that will you say, no, this is not my person, I'm gone. I'm trying to say that.
Look, I would ask you simple questions, Mina, and
Yeah, Linda wouldn't even
the
fight.
more you would give me those, I've never had
Ah,
someone
Linda would
teaching
just
me how to
give up.
say no. I'll just tell, dude,
Because the thing is,
you're-
guys, okay, let's face it.
not